Hello everyone, this is Roxas1359. Welcome back to Let's Play Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. It's about time we start ourselves a new game by first showing off that I had a failed recording. So, let's save over that Billy Bob figure right there, and I think we should get ourselves another, Billy Bob. So, time to go and see the mastery that is the story of this game. I'm going to be quiet for this, and then, oh boy, I'm going to tear it a new one.
It's just a float, you scaredy cat.
They sure do look happy, don't they, Spyro?
Well, it's not every day that a dragon gets his dragonfly. Right, Sparks.
So, we meet again, little dragon. I'm back, and I'm stronger than ever.
Who are you calling little, Shorty? Nobody invited you. This is an invitation-only party.
Very clever, dragon. You know, you should join me. We would make a great team.
What do you want this time, Ripto?
Oh, yeah. What do we want this time, boss?
You're not hired for your brains, you dinosaurian landmass! Keep thinking, and I will send you back to the place I found you, unemployed in Molten Crater, begging for work from Nasty North. Now, back to what I was saying. Well, what do I want this time? I'm glad that you asked, Purple Pest, and I will be happy to demonstrate. Since I've had enough to do with dragons, I thought, perhaps, dragonflies. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen, but you see, without the power of dragonflies, the dragons are nothing. Soon the dragon homelands will be mine.
Yes, they're nothing, except for the fact they breathe fire.
Spyro, that little lizard totally stole all the dragonflies. Even Sparks is gone.
Spyro, Hunter, don't worry. I think I know where to start. Follow me.
Okay, Bianca? Is that you? Your model scares me. Almost as much as it scares me of Ripto. God, his model is terrifying.
Sparks! I thought I lost you, pal.
That was close, Sparks. Listen, I think I may have figured out a way to catch those dragonflies. Spyro, stand back.
Whoa! What'd you do that for?
Drat, that didn't exactly work right. I'm still learning, you know, Spyro. The good news is I've created a powerful magic that will enable you to use different breath abilities. The bad news is you're going to have to find dragon runes to use them, since the spell scattered them in different parts of the dragon realms.
Cool! Come on, Sparks! Let's get going! We've got a lot of work ahead of us if we want to find those dragonflies. Do you think we'll ever get a day off?
Alright, where to begin? First off, great spell, Ripto. You sent Sparks one whole room behind us. Good job. Number 2, Ripto's back. This confuses any and everyone who did not get the epilogues for Spyro 2 or 3. Yeah, Ripto actually survived, believe it or not. Lava doesn't do what it used to do. But now we are in control of the game. And right here I am pausing because this game actually does support widescreen. Of all things. Doesn't support 480p because I think this was developed first on the bat for the PlayStation 2 and then ported over to the GameCube, which led to a lot of problems. But first things first, we can see we have a little dragonfly right there, so why don't you come to us? And oh no, Sparks is going to talk to us. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. They literally got the voice actor for Sparks to basically buzz around the entire time. It's rather annoying, but we can't catch that dragonfly unless we get, bubble breath. Luckily, one of the dragon runes that was scattered around the dragon realms is right here.
Rune to the dragon spirit over there. With this rune, he'll be able to combine dragon magic with my magic and grant you bubble breath to catch dragonflies. They're shy and will probably run away from you anytime you come near them.
Which is an excuse for, go catch your thing you have to collect.
Switch back and forth between fire and bubble breath.
So, that's how we change between breaths, and that is the main mechanic of this game. This is the first game in which they first started to experiment with the fact that Spyro could have multiple breaths as a main gameplay mechanic. Now, in Spyro 3, they actually did have one level in which Spyro would be able to have ice breath. Well, that's a good concept, but it's executed poorly here.
Sacred rune will bestow upon you the power of bubble breath.
So, there's our first one, as our rune leaves the inventory. But, as always, there are gems that are lying around that you have to collect. I don't think I need to explain Spyro the Dragon gems. I'll probably explain them in other Spyro the Dragon games. But if you've been playing them before, same function. And guess what? Collecting them all is a pain in the butt in this game, because Spark's reach is extremely wonky and very buggy. Pardon the pun here. Buggy. And what I mean by that, there will be multiple times in which you will pass by a gem and Sparks will not pick it up for you. And that, at first, doesn't seem like a problem, but little things add up over time. And right now, we're seeing an example of the choppy frame rate as it drops, which is very sad because there is not much going on in this world, besides bouncing sheep. So, obviously, that is causing things. But I think it's time we go into controls if you really want to read on, things that you've seen in every single Spyro game, such as, collect gems and then hit animals to get butterflies for health, then I feel bad for you because this was your first Spyro game. But controls are pretty simple. Even though I'm playing on the GameCube, it's pretty standard. Use the directional stick to move around. Use the A button to jump. B button is used for charge. The X button is used for our flame breath. We can switch breaths by hitting the L button. The R button is used to show our inventory, which is utterly useless. Z button is to show our atlas. If you hit A twice in the air, you will glide. Hit A twice and then hit the Y button and you will do a little hover. Hit the A and the Y button, you will do a head bash, which is actually a very rare thing to do in this game. And that is pretty much all we need for right now. When we get into things like water, I'll get more into those later on. But those are the basic controls, which is pretty much the same as a PlayStation 2 controller, but that's really it. There's nothing else to the controls, which it's very easy to adapt to. This portal right here, that portal actually leads to the final boss fight and the only boss fight in this game. Yes, there is only one boss in this game. Only one. And isn't that just glorious? Even better is how you can access that boss. There's a glitch in this game in which you can swim underground, pretty much involving a pool of water that is behind a gate that's going to be up here that we can't pass. And the portal to the boss is always active, so you can swim right into the final boss. The end. But, of course, seeing as how we need to find a way to pad out this game, you can't complete the home world like you could in other Spyro games before you go into a level, because, unfortunately, we have a breath gate. This one in particular, we need electric breath in order to get past it. And we only have bubble and fire. So, we can't really do anything there. That's pretty much just used to block you off from getting into other levels and probably activating the glitch and going swimming underground. But that's also not very hard to do. But what is the setup for this game? Well, for one, there's only one homeworld, and you're in it. This is the only homeworld of this game. I am not joking. This is it. And here is Hunter, and his one appearance in the game.
You know, if you press the
I'm
A
not
button,
joking about this
jump,
either.
then
Remember
press
Bianca
the
from
A
earlier?
button
She's
again,
gone for the rest of the game.
you can
Until the final
glide.
cutscene.
Try using your glide to follow me.
Okay, Hunter. Even though I have to do this every game you're in, and what was with that animation? It's like you pelvic thrust in the air just to go forward. So we have this tutorial again. From every single Spyro the Dragon game that has Hunter in it, you always have this glide tutorial.
Way to go, Spyro. I think I see something shiny on that ledge over there. You can get there by hovering. To hover, press the Y button at the end of your glide.
Which I explained earlier. So, pelvic thrust over there. And now we need to fly over there ourselves. So, hello, Hunter. What is shiny over here?
Nice work, Spyro. And check this out. I found a dragonfly. Here, why don't you take it?
Oh, so they're not shy for Hunter, but they're shy for me. And then Hunter had to go. His planet needed him. Bianca disappeared from the rest of this game in a puff of smoke. Hunter went up into space. To go into a first-person view, you can use the directional pad or the C-stick. But, by God, that is just something that I love. I love seeing Hunter just fly up into the air like that. But here we have a challenge portal. Pretty much, it's a similar sort of super power-up that they had in Spyro 3, only they will call them challenge portals. And guess what? Sparks and Spyro will be talking through every single one as though it is your first one. Oh, God. Oh, God. If you couldn't tell by now, I'm not a fan of this game. I'm not a fan of it in the slightest. And I honestly find this sad. This is the last game in which the original voice cast of the Spyro the Dragon series reprised their role. This is the last time we're going to be having Tom Kenny as Spyro the Dragon. The last time we see Greg Berger as Hunter as he goes up into space, no longer wanting to be in the game. Andre Solaguiz will be Sparks, who will be hearing... I think he has more lines in this game than anyone else, which is quite sad. And that's pretty much it. Bianca was Pamela Hayden again, although her performance wasn't that good. But she's gone for the game too. Yeah. Now right here was our first glitch. I went clearly through the portal, and it didn't activate. So, let's go again. Okay. Let's go again. There we go. So for this one, what we have to do is we have to flame 8 scarecrows, but unfortunately, I ended up missing the one that was right behind us. So we're going to have to redo this because it's based on a timer. It's not based on you just simply go through the little power-up again and then you can restart the challenge. No, you have to wait for the timer to run out, actually. But I'm going to use this time to actually talk about some of the development for this game that was really scrapped. Now, originally this game was supposed to be released in the winter of 2003. However, and by their sheer brilliance, Universal Interactive felt that the brand new studios of Check 6 Games and Equinox could handle a game like Spyro the Dragon and develop it entirely within 1 year. This was Check 6 Games' first and only video game before the studio was shut down. And a lot of the reason why this game is very messed up is because Universal Interactive pushed the release date up an entire year to coincide with the new Crash Bandicoot game, Wrath of Cortex. So yeah, already off to a bad start. Originally this game was actually supposed to feature full 60 frames per second gameplay. And being consistent 60 frames per second gameplay. Obviously they have failed at that first front with how choppy this is. And whenever you beat one of these challenges, just to go into this, you will get a dragonfly, which if you couldn't tell by now, these dragonflies are going on, you know, the logic that they should have names like the dragons from the third game. Well, guess what? Do a count of how many actual names there are in this game. Believe me, you're going to be seeing some odd names through this. But back into some of the other things that were planned for this game. Originally, this game was supposed to have a total of 120 dragonflies. and 25 different levels. This game has only 9 levels and 90 dragonflies. One of the levels counted is the hub world. Yep, there is no super bonus world either for getting full 100%, so don't even try. The game was also supposed to have extremely fast loading times, which is another thing they failed on completely, as we will be seeing later on, that's for sure. And most importantly, this game was supposed to have Nasty Nork from the first game inside it, as one of the main villains. Nasty Nork was cut entirely from the game. And as you can see, we have another little lock that blocks us from being able to go forward. So we are actually done with the hub world for right now. Hub world's going to be something we're going to be doing over time throughout the rest of the game as we get more breaths. But that's pretty much it. We can't do much else. Oh boy. Who are you?
I was dreaming of a genie that turned into a nightmare when these horrible Riptocs kicked me out of my bed and threw me down this swirly thingy. Maybe the magic of dragonflies will help activate it.
The magic of dragonflies. You know, I was pretty sure the entire last game said that the entire reason that portals were deactivating inside the other world was because of dragons and their magic. Spyro's the only one with a dragonfly. Get that straight.
Good work, Spyro. Use the stones to get to the dojo. Remember, Spyro, find the dragonflies before Ripto.
Oh, I'm going to go to a racist level next time. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end it off right here. This has been Roxas1359. Welcome to the glory that is Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. Next episode, we're going to be going to a very racist place. See you guys next time.